Hi, everyone. I'm back. I don't know for how long, but yeah, everything that's going on in this sector of YouTube, wow. And I really gotta say something. I've been seeing stuff from someone named Bishop and Queen Regina. It's like this is her new facts over feelings. Now, with facts, I really believed he was just a big mouth. Shooting his mouth off, saying shit was never really gonna do anything. I was wrong. I could be wrong on this too, but Bishop to me seems really, really dangerous. The things I've seen from him towards the women in this sector. Now, the women he's naming, there's no love loss. Moonlight, Keep the Change, Ms. Eve, etc., etc., etc. But Bishop seems, looking back, he's just like Facts Over Feelings or worse. So we'll see how that turns out. Regina is also saying things that are weird. It's like Sis Rabbit, oh, I'm sorry, Wabbit with a wrench wanted her. Again, there is no love lost between me and Sis, but I really don't think he wanted her. I mean, come on. It looked like he really wanted Rainy and Brown Skin Lady. And they are really pretty, both of them. This is just my opinion. Now, while you look at Regina, like if you went into an office or saw her on the street or something, you wouldn't think she was ugly. She's just a normal person on the street. Or at least this is my opinion, like I said. A lot of people don't like my opinion. I don't care. I don't. But I don't think Sis wanted her. I was hearing her and she's like, I rejected Sis. I can't ignore Damn D. So does that mean she. Oh, wow, something's going on in the area. Does that mean, in her eyes, she gave up Sis for Damn D? For her obsession with going after him? I don't know. I truly don't know. Being back, all I'm really doing, except in really one chat, I'm staying quiet. I'm saying hello to people, and the names I'm seeing and saying hello to, it actually feels wonderful. There's Lonnie. Lonnie is so much fun. I don't know why people keep going against her. Yeah, she does some things you may not like, but is there honestly someone you like every single solitary thing they do and say? No. There's Barbie Girl Tina. She's still Barbie Girl Tina. Lonnie's still Lonnie. Uh, Julia Graham, fellow Brooklynite. It's just really great. True Essence Earth Day. I know a lot of people don't like Biz. And even though they're saying he's still a sex offender, I don't see anything else he did. And I don't know if they take him off the sex offender registry. If he really did something like Facts, and a lot of people are saying he's exactly like Facts over Feelings. No, Bishop seems like Facts over Feelings. He truly does, and I don't give a fuck if Bishop gets mad at me saying this or somebody sends it to. I don't care. While I thought Facts over Feelings was just a big mouth asshole, Bishop's different. And I think Regina might be grooming him the same way she did Facts over Feelings, which, from what we've seen in the past, can be a dangerous situation. Now, why I was kicked off YouTube this time wasn't for copyright stuff. It was because I called Sis a black MFer. Well, I went in Will T. Sheldon's chat, and Lonnie was there. I'm thinking, okay, great. I'll go up, I'll talk, I'll chit chat a little bit. Whatever, like talking on the phone to somebody. Will T kept calling for Keep the Change and Sis to come into the chat. Now, I'm not going to say here what I thought that live was all about in the first place, but I was a happy accident. And when Sis was there, and even just before I saw him in the chat, Will T kept saying I was on the menu. He also kept saying, Sis, I know you're going to record this. I know you're going to record this. And I think he did. But Will T kept saying I'm on the menu. And then what Sis said was he wanted to get me a man, which to me translated to I need a good stiff one. I know whoa. Nothing. I'm not on here cybering with guys, always talking sexual, always this, always that, always trying to meet someone, always acting like I'm God's gift to the world, I'm God's gift to men. And no. And I wanted to say something to him that I thought would be the equivalent of what he was saying to me. Because I don't like that. I was brought up, and so were the women, the girls around me, the women around me. A woman's reputation is really important when it comes to this stuff. And like I said, I ain't no hooah. I was with my husband from the day we met till the day he passed. I never cheated on him. And even though he's been gone since 2018, I have no desire to be with anyone. None. And like I said, this reputation thing, it was always like drilled into my head. Your reputation is everything, don't be a whore. So when he said that, that really got to me. I know because I'm saying this, it's gonna happen more. Hopefully, I'm just gonna let it go by. Hopefully. I really want to try. I don't want to fight anymore. Yeah, I can verbally defend myself. Yeah, but I'm not cut out for this beefing shit. I'm just not. I'm not at all. It's very aggravating. It's very taxing. I don't want to do it anymore. Yes, I want to speak my opinion. And if people don't like it, fuck them. Now, in Instagram, I was talking to a woman, and when I told her I had been kicked off YouTube, she said, "What for?" And I told her what I called Sis. Now, this is a black woman. And when I told her I called him something, she said, "Well, what'd you call him?" And when I said it, she said, "He is one." She said the actual words. I don't want to keep saying them. But she said he is one. So there are people who think, yeah, for what I said, I'm racist. No, I'm not. If I can be called a white bitch, you should be able to take that. All bitches should be able to take that, male or female. I'm not looking to dox Sis. Yeah, his name is out there. He lives in Brooklyn. Great. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy life. Enjoy this. Enjoy that. Yeah, I do still think he's a scumbag, but I don't want to fight. I want to give my opinions on things. That's it. But the things I've been seeing on YouTube since I was off YouTube for so long and back, it's just as crazy as before. Sis yelled at his membership people, "I'm going to shut off the stream if you don't hit the like button." They're paying him and he's threatening them like that. No, it's not life threatening. No, no, no. But he actually shut off his stream for it. And even Real Time TV came out and said, "Don't worry, he'll come back as soon as the likes come up." So now people are being forced to hit the like button. He's getting paid. That I didn't think was right. And I don't care if he likes it. I don't care if he don't. But things are just, from what I see, getting worse. Okay, who else? Damn D. Okay, well, I didn't think his 504 Halloween impression was as good as the Sister T. Damn D is funny to me. He's very funny. And I don't know why people keep saying he's stupid. I don't think he's stupid. Not at all. Do I think he starts some of the shit? for content, for clicks and views? Yeah. But who on here doesn't? And the truth about this whole thing, what Miss 504 was saying about him, uh, she thought he was on crack or coke or something with all the sniffling. And as soon as I saw him, he was joking, pretending like he sniffed something up. I'm like, they're going to get him for it. And they did, and she was the first one, and she's jealous. She's not going viral. She's not getting this, that, the other thing. She's not getting, I guess you would call it, the accolades she wants to get. She knew nobody liked her. That's bullshit. She's been doing crap for years. And now that she's getting called out on it, not allowed. Everybody's against her. Nobody's against 504. They don't like her lies. But I mean, come on. She even said shit about a customer of hers because she's an Uber driver. Sorry. An Uber driver. I'm just thinking, what the fuck is wrong with her? And yes, she is projecting a lot of shit onto DMD. Now, I will say, when I first started seeing DMD, yeah, I thought he was doing coke too because of all the sniffling. But he said allergies, and when he said that, I started to really watch him, not just glance or whatever. I think he'd be acting way, way different if he was actually on coke. So, damn D, I am so sorry I ever thought that about you. But that was a couple of years ago. That's not now. And I truly am sorry for thinking that. What else? Rainy. Rainy to me seems like a backwoods. What the fuck is his name? Oh God, Al Pacino's character in The Godfather. Corleone, something Corleone. Michael Corleone. When he said, "Every time I'm out, they pull me back in." No, no, no. Rainey put herself back in. And she's talking about all this bullshit about how people really need to get all the information and watch lives fully to get the gist of shit. She's a hypocrite because my video that I had done a while ago on her body scrubs and Lonnie's whipped body butters wasn't bad. And as time went on, as she was talking about it, she said she spent less and less time watching it that first time. What set her off is she saw Selena's comment, which was the first comment you saw. Everyone there who watched the video saw and heard I didn't say anything bad about her shit. And I still stand by what I said about her scrubs. Sis bought some of them, put a picture on his community wall back then, and I really did think they looked so good. And honest to God, I have never heard anyone say there was something wrong with her scrubs. That they gave her a rash or something. And they look like how I could be wrong with what I'm saying, but this is how I picture it. Like an old fashioned apothecary thing. They looked really good, really professional. Like Lonnie's whipped body butters. And I love Lonnie's body butters. I've bought some off of her, gave them as gifts, although I don't know where mine are now. I think I bought like 2 off of her just for me. I don't know what I did with them. But from what I know, both of them are equally good products. And I still say, like last time, people should use that in conjunction together. Like part of a whole skincare routine. I don't like body scrubs. I don't like the way they feel. I even bought one that I think the brand name is Dermasil from Dollar Tree. It said it was gentle exfoliating scrub. I didn't like it. I felt it in my fingers. And I'm like, okay, it was a facial scrub. I'm going to actually try it. I didn't like it. I I don't like that feeling. It's like when I used to eat spaghetti, some of the sauces had like pieces of onion or garlic in it, very small. And when I crunched on them, I couldn't eat the. I couldn't. I'm weird like that. But from what I know, her product is good. Lonnie's I've used. I think it's great. And if you got to call this a complaint, the only complaint I have about Lonnie's whipped body butters, they don't smell enough. I love smelly shit. I love putting it on, and for a while, I'm still smelling the wonderful scent. Lonnie has said more than once she doesn't like really smelly shit. So this is how she makes her stuff. You buy it, shut up. And I've honestly heard only one complaint about Lonnie's stuff. And that was from a woman named Arabia Barbosa. And okay, Arabia was drinking at the time, but she was talking about how they didn't do anything for her scars. She has some scars on her arms. But Lonnie never said it would take away scars. It's just a very good moisturizer. It's all natural products. She makes it from. Okay, she doesn't make all the products from scratch. She buys like a big bulk of shea butter, but the oils she adds to it, not just the scented oils. Lonnie's researched this shit. And it's just a really good product. So if I have to say anything bad about it, it doesn't smell enough. And I like stuff that smells a lot. But I will continue to buy her stuff periodically once I can figure out how to not lose these jars. They're big jars. And I don't know what the hell I did with them. Got one for my son. My son liked it a lot. So, Lonnie, if you hear this, can you please, 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 please make another sandalwood so I can get it for him for Christmas? I'll order it like next month, maybe towards the middle of the month. Please, 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 please. And people are still going off on Lonnie. They're still bringing up her sex tape. They're still bringing up her relationship with Facts Over Feelings. Look, Lonnie fell for a guy who was giving her attention online. He turned out to be a really, really bad person. Well, who among any of us can say we haven't met what we consider to be really bad people online? Who can say that they never did? Even if you don't talk to them and you just watch their videos a lot, or they're on videos you watch a lot, you know? And there are a lot of people who still won't really acknowledge what Facts did. But they'll continue talking about Biz 101. They'll continue talking about Lonnie. They'll continue. There's one woman, and I'm not going to say her name. Well, actually, it's more than one woman, but I'm only thinking of this one woman right now. Any woman who's pretty, she goes off on. I even said to Rainey once in her chat, she couldn't figure out why this woman kept saying shit about her at that time. And I said to her, have you looked in a mirror? Now, as much as I think Rainey's a hypocrite, an asshole, piece of shit, whatever, she's pretty. She doesn't always act it, but she is. And that's why this woman goes after pretty women. This woman also goes after men, saying she knows they want to fuck her. Very few people want to fuck this woman, and she's old. And that's another thing. A lot of old women who are in their 50s on this sector of YouTube, they're fucking whores. I'm 53 years old. I'm not acting like that. I'm not sitting here saying, oh yeah, everyone wants my coochie, my this, my that, my that. No, and it's more than one woman. And I'm like, God, this is insane. You even have Moonlight, who cannot have a proper conversation with someone. I saw her trying to talk to Dan D, and all she kept doing was cutting him off. She wanted to make him look like a fool. Meanwhile, she's the one who looked like a fool. And I still stand by the video I made when I was bitching about her. She cares more about this online bullshit than her daughter. I said in that video, someone is gonna wind up calling BC. Okay, it's not called BCW anymore. I don't know. I knew the proper letters for it back then. I don't now. But child welfare. CPS? Is it called CPS? And I knew someone was going to do it. But what did that douchebag bitch do? Blame damn D. Even though a woman named Sister T, who's another douchebag bitch, came out and said she did it. And, excuse me, Moonlight didn't take that as a sign. I was never making fun of her daughter. I was saying shit about her parenting skills. Does Moonlight not see what's going on in the system, even with the migrant kids? Trump this, Trump that. But under Biden and Kamala Harris, how many thousands of kids are missing? Nobody knows where they are. Here in New York, a girl who's in the system, okay, who's in the system recorded her caseworker who put her in a hotel. Apparently that's a thing because they don't have room in again, I don't know what to call them, homes, facilities, whatever. So apparently they're putting them in some hotels. She recorded her caseworker and she was saying to the caseworker, "I'm hungry, I have no food." The caseworker told her, this was on the news, "Start sucking dick. You'll get paid for it and you'll be able to get yourself food and whatever you need." And that's what was in my head when I was going off on Moonlight in that video. Does she want that to happen to her kid? Assholes on YouTube, on the internet, even in life now, are pieces of shit who, if they don't like you, and Queen Regina is a like a big warning sign of this. She didn't like the shit a woman named Brown Skin Lady was saying about her, so she went after her daughter's scholarship and tried to get it canceled. And all this bullshit about how black women don't make it in this world, there's so much racism. Uh, uh, for anyone, black or white, you get a scholarship to college and you go, it's a big thing. But Regina wanted to take that away. Sister T wanted either Moonlight's daughter taken away or Moonlight to understand she could be touched. Which Sister T is another piece of fucking shit. That was my point of that video. You had it called on you, but you're still going online poking all the bears. And eventually one day, even if it's a whole bunch of false reports, you might get someone one day who's going to look at that and say, look, there's so many, there's got to be something there. And what if they took Moonlight's daughter out of the home? Even if Moonlight's daughter was out of her home and in the system for 24 hours, what could have happened to her? It was Moonlight's job to protect her daughter from shit, and because of stupid YouTube bullshit, her daughter could have been put in the system. Would she want her daughter to be like that girl? And that girl was little. I think she might have been, to me it's little, 14, 15, not an adult. She could have been 12 or 13. I don't remember that, but I do remember it was on CBS 2 News here in New York. And the girl recorded her, telling her, go suck dick, go do this, go do that. You have a hotel room. So that was my point of that. If I was on here and BCW was called on me because of my son, okay, my son's 30 something years old. But if he wasn't, you would have seen a very different me on here. No more videos would have been done about this bullshit. My opinion, fuck my opinion. I'd have to protect my son. And I don't think Moonlight was doing it. Now, I hope something like this hasn't happened again, and I hope it never does again. But that was my point of the whole thing. She doesn't like it, fuck her. They're also talking about Keep the Changes, a woman named Keep the Change, who had a camera slip, and she revealed her face. Okay, her face was revealed, and I don't think Keep the Change is ugly. I don't think she's a glamour doll and should be on the cover of, like, oh, what magazines are still out now? Cosmopolitan, Vogue, whatever. I don't think that, but she's nothing to puke at. Then you got Ms. Eve. Ms. Eve has a very big fucking mouth, and she thinks. But then when people go against her, it's a problem. Well, that happens here on YouTube. She had a camera slip slip. She couldn't get out of bed. She tried like 3 times to, like, flip herself up. It didn't work. Okay. Ms. Eve is no spring chicken. And she is overweight. It's hard. And I'm not throwing stones because I live in a glass house too. Okay, people made fun of it once. Now shut the fuck up about it. She didn't get hurt. If you like her, that's the only thing that should count. Another thing I've been hearing about, Uncle L going against Lonnie. That shocked me. Uncle L seemed like such a nice guy, and he probably is. But he went and threatened Lonnie because of Ms. Eve? Fuck Ms. Eve. Fuck that bitch. Because Lonnie's shooting off her mouth, you're threatening her? Hey, I was wrong about facts over feelings. I was wrong about Uncle L. My God. And most of the stuff I'm seeing with Queen Regina, the stuff coming out of her mouth, Damn D just said, was it Damn D? Or was it someone named Rodney? I think it was last night. That Queen Regina's taking all these people to court because she thinks they're going to settle out of court. Regina, do you not see all the shit you put out there? You saying you're on edibles and you don't remember shit doesn't fly. That thing with me and Sis, I was high as a kite on edibles. I was also high as a kite on edibles when I talked to that woman in IG Messenger, and she said, Sis is one. But I wasn't giggly, I wasn't this, I wasn't that. I was trying to go along with the shit. I was trying to laugh. But that shit wasn't funny. And I remember it all. Now, maybe Regina's edibles are more potent than the ones I get. I get what are they called? Assorted fruit chews, 15 milligrams each. I also get oil that's CBD and HHC. I'm actually out of it, so I don't know what it's actually called. I think it's a purple bottle, I'm not sure. But I'm in control of my faculties when I'm on that stuff. I think Regina's using it as an excuse. Just like she uses everything else to go at people. And I really do think Regina needs to stop taking people to court because there's so much evidence against her. There's so much. One little teaching thing, and they can't let it go. She was trying to teach the young women how to perform oral sex on a 15-inch penis. That's not what you teach girls. She's a nurse, for Christ's sake. There's so much more she could have talked about. No, everything with her is sex, 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 sex. I know men want me. I know men want me. Men think she's a fool. And she acts like a fool. Temper! And fuck N! What are you doing? People are able to do this shit to her because of the shit she's putting out. She even said once, because she couldn't see some guy's hands on a panel, she wanted Kwame Brown to make the guy show his hands because she knew he was doing something under the table looking at her. Now, has anything happened to her? Yes, I do believe from everything I've heard over the years. When she was a kid, some guy got her. Could have been an uncle, could have been a friend of the family, could have been her father, could have been a neighbor, could have been someone from out of town who was staying with somebody. Something happened to her. She was in the military. She claims something happened to her there. It's highly possible. Highly, highly possible. But instead of getting help to try to deal with that stuff and to live day to day, she's projecting it onto other people. I think it was a woman named Trace Spectives who said she has PTSD. And I think she said something about you have to learn how to survive with it, but you're never cured or something like that. I don't think Regina is getting the help she needs to survive that and deal with it. I don't think that's true. And she's using that against people, saying it happens all over the place. Yeah, it does, but not totally. I was told once every girl has been molested by a family member. No, I don't think that's true. First off, I was never molested by a family member. My mother wasn't. My four aunts weren't, or aunt, however you want to pronounce it. I had never heard of sexual abuse, and when I didn't know what it was. I, honest to God, didn't know what sex was until I actually had it. Yeah, I had seen pornos before, but I didn't think that was sex. I wasn't told it was sex. I was at someone's house because they were on vacation and they said me and my family could watch all their VHS tapes. I grabbed one, there it was. I thought it was ridiculous and stupid that shit like that could not happen. And I was 14. I didn't know. So, no, I don't think it happens in all families. Nowadays, I think kids are a hell of a lot more educated with the internet and things they do rather than but what I was like when I was a kid. 17 years old, I was sitting under a tree on my block with kids in the neighborhood playing with Barbie dolls. We played a game called Payday, whatever board games I had. I would go outside and play with my friends on the block, which were all little kids. Nothing ever went on. We were out in the open. Nothing happened. When I got a radio, we'd sit under the tree or across the street on a stoop and listen to the radio, listen to tape cassettes I had gotten. You know, some kids grow up very differently than others. But in this sector of YouTube, I think there was a lot going on. And yes, I do think awareness needs to be brought for this. But along with awareness, I think there should be talk of coping with it and getting help. Not just accusing someone, oh, I think you went through it. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, no. Queen Regina is a projector. She projects shit onto other people that happen to her. 504, same thing. Sister T, same thing. Moonlight, same thing. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I've mostly seen it from the old women who are in their 50s, near 60. And I wonder, is this a thing that's going to happen to me? I'm 53 right now, the same age as 504, Miss 504. And she's gone through shit and she projects a lot too. I don't know. But I think it would have been more important for Regina not explain how to have oral sex with a 15-inch penis. She even said something about they'll punch you in the head if you do it wrong. Regina, you were punched in the head for doing something wrong. If you don't know how to do that, the guy is supposed to tell you, no, go easy. Go easy. Watch your teeth. That can hurt. But that's a private thing. I mean, and instead of teaching girls that if they punch you in the head, get away from them, she's like, no, no, you do this and you do that and you do this and you do that. First off, how many women, even in this sector, have truly been around a lot of 15-inch penises? So, that wasn't a teaching moment. And she still does shit about that. Okay, back to Moonlight. She got pissed off at some guy named Mr. 86K for what they said was lying on his dick. To me, back then, lying on your dick meant you were saying, I'm huge. Meanwhile, you're average or below average. No, he made it seem like he fucked Moonlight, and apparently they've never met. And I think that was wrong. Yeah, she went along with the bullshit too. But here's the thing, when a woman does it, it's different. I don't care what people say. Facts was showing pictures of what he was claiming were women he was fucking. Most men, majority of men are pigs and will do that. Women are not supposed to be like that. And that's still something that goes on now. You have women out here who have multiple men, and I mean out here in the world, not just YouTube, the world, who can have like 3 or 4 guys or more who could potentially be the father of their kid. And you don't think that having multiple guys like that, people aren't going to think you're a fucking hooah? A lot of women I hear, even in this sector, talk about this shit. You had how many guys and you don't think you're a hooah, but the next woman comes along, has less than you, and you act like she's a hooah. Anyway, yeah. Lonnie, please make another sandalwood body butter. And um, I'm definitely gonna order it the middle of next month. It's here by Christmas. Please. I don't care about stickers. I don't even care about color. Just that smell of sandalwood. My son likes that. He likes sandalwood, cedar. Hmm. Yeah, please, Lonnie, please. What else? Also, I have another channel. I want to do it just for entertainment. Music, movies, TV shows, Hollywood celebrity gossip, and not Kwame Brown shit, no. Which, that's another thing. Kwame Brown and Gilbert Arenas, as much as they fight, I think on some level they are still friends. I just get that feeling, even though a lot of people would probably say no, no, no. I think on some level they still are. And I also think on some level they enjoy this back and forth. Who else do I want to talk about? Ears to the Street. He's still fucking up royally. He's talking about how there's a difference listening to a woman sucking dick and a guy saying it. There is a difference. When a woman says it, it's kind of like watching a porno. Men like to watch women giving oral sex to other men. So there is a difference. Kwame Brown thinks there's no difference, so he thinks it's weird that says looking at something else on here. Ears is weird for that. That's his opinion, but Ears keeps bringing up dicks all the time. Like Bishop does. Bishop thinks saying all that shit, it's an insult to the guy. Which I remember growing up, things like that, it was an insult to the other guy. Nowadays, people realize maybe there's something underlying there, some underlying thing that the guy is gay. I don't I I don't know if Bishop is gay. I don't know. I don't care. But when he talks about graping a guy, grape itself is a form of dominance. It's a violent act. I think that's where Bishop is coming from. But honest to God, the more he keeps saying that shit, the weirder he sounds. But like I said before, he has two cute little birds. I couldn't put up with that chirping all the time. I couldn't. That would be annoying to me all the time. But they're cute, they're yellow. You know? Yeah, but I really do think Bishop is dangerous, especially what I saw last night. He was talking about Lonnie, and like Fax did, tried to, in a sense, tried to do a sexual act on Lonnie. Bishop was humping the fucking bed. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And then he acted like he was smacking the shit out of her. Or was it keep the change telling her to get up and cook for him or something like that? And the way he was smacking the bed and the other pillow. I'm not doing that shit again like I did with Fax, thinking he's just a big mouth asshole. No, I think people should be careful of Bishop. A lot of people are like, he ain't shit. A ton of us thought that about Fax, and look what happened. And people will still bring that up to Lonnie, but they're not seeing the Regina connection. Regina said on a video a while ago, she's the one who brought Fax to this sector. Now, something hit me recently. Fax was part of Tommy Sotomayor's shit. He wasn't in league with Tommy Sotomayor, nothing like that. But he was in his chat a lot. But this whole thing of Regina being the charisma of Maryland, he's in Maryland, she worked in Maryland. Her and Fax just may have known each other before that. And Regina, it was said, and I heard her mouth, she wanted Fax to go after Lonnie. And he did. And he went after other women. I think about that time he was going off on Supernova and Tamika McCullough and saying stuff about their kids. Now I think, my God, if he was near them. Yeah, Tamika McCullough and Supernova, they can fight back. They're not kids. They're not kids who are doped up. But they still would have gotten hurt. And I'm curious, when facts gets out, which eventually he will, you know how the court system is, the prison system is. After a certain amount of time, he may get out for good behavior. He may get out on parole, so he may be out sooner than 10 years. I think it was said he served 5 years and then 5 years of probation, which to me is bullshit. Bullshit. It's not even about that girl being a virgin. It could have been a grown woman with 6 kids. He still did it. And the only thing Lonnie is guilty of, and you motherfuckers need to shut the fuck up because I've seen bad shit from you fucks too. She got attention from a guy her husband had stopped giving her because they were together so long, which happens. And yeah, she went for a guy who was talking to her nicely. And then when it turned out he was talking to her nasty, at that point, maybe it was a little too late. She was already hooked. But then he started doing all this other shit. Everybody thought it was funny. Well, not everybody, but a ton of people thought it was funny. It's not funny. I was even called out by some guy named Slim. Call me out. I really believed Fax was just shooting off his big mouth. And I had seen so long Lonnie's still dealing with him. I figured, well, if she's dealing with him, fine, whatever. And he's just a big mouth fuck. Don't underestimate Bishop. He seems extremely, extremely violent. Towards men, yeah, but, on some level, I expect that from men. I don't like Keep the Change. I think he said shit about Moonlight. I don't like Moonlight. He has said shit about Ms. Eve and done that beaten up shit with all three of them and whatever, and even Lonnie. I don't like it. He's not just a big mouth. And like I said, I was wrong before. But I'd rather be wrong this way, thinking he could do something and does nothing, than thinking he's not going to do nothing and then does something. Also, Lonnie invited me to a live she was going to do about the Menendez brothers. I didn't want to do it at first because she wanted to do it off of the Netflix series. I don't have Netflix. I go to all these other sites where I watch movies for nothing. I'm not fucking paying. Netflix was worth $15 when you could do both. When you could stream and get the DVDs in the mail and send them back, and that was worth it. It's not worth it now. They have a huge selection, but there's a lot of shit they don't have that I really do like watching. Old shit. Even movies from the 50s. I watched a movie. I don't know when it was from. It's available here on YouTube and it's called M. Just M. Some guy was killing kids in a neighborhood. And how they actually figured out who he is was because of the letters he was writing. He wrote on like a windowsill or something. And he wrote so hard, stuff was like indented in the windowsill, and somebody noticed it, and that's how they found him. That was a really old movie, and it's not in English. But Netflix, Hulu, these other places don't have that. I have a friend right now who wants to watch a series called From, and she has Amazon Prime. They only have one season, and you have to buy it. What the fuck do you pay for Amazon Prime for, and they still make you pay for shit? So, yeah, I thought I watched the Netflix thing because it was the only thing on these sites I was going to that had the Menendez brothers. I didn't want to do it with Lonnie unless I was up to date on the case. Apparently, I'm not because I didn't watch that series. But yeah, Lonnie had said something on a live about talking about movies and whatever, certain movies. I still would love to do that. I still would love to do that. But the problem is, I think it has to be a movie we've both seen. You know, even though the Menendez case was a very famous case, I don't know if I have enough knowledge of it to talk on a live stream with someone who has more knowledge about it. You know, you want to, like, an even exchange, you want different ideas, but if you haven't seen it and you really don't have the information about it, I don't know. But Lonnie, I'd still love to do that. Um, what else? Barbie girl Tina. She doesn't go live too often, but I wish she would go live on her conspiracy channel more, especially what's going on with robots now. I just saw a video where a robot is serving food to people. Now, not that that's a bad thing, but that's going to take jobs away from people. And what are we going to do with more unemployment? Excuse me. They even showed how robots can cook the food. It's all on timers or whatever. What are people going to do for work? What are they going to do? People make it seem like a horrible thing if you're on public assistance. We had like an unemployment problem before the pandemic, and it's worse after the pandemic. And I know here in New York it's getting worse with all these migrants and store ratings and everyone stealing stuff, not just the migrants. But businesses are leaving. Avon was around for 100 years, and I think it's closing its doors now. Campbell's, I just read the other day, Campbell's might be going out of business. Don't make fun of people if they're on public assistance. There are people who need it. That's one of the things, like, for whatever reason, Arabia Barbosa is going at Lonnie again, saying, I don't live in my mother's house, ma'am. Arabia should be counting her blessings. She has a roof over her head, food in her belly, clothes on her back, people to talk to. I don't know if she has a whole bunch of friends offline. I don't know. I'm not starting shit. But she does have people to talk to online. Count your blessings. Count them. No, Lonnie lives in her mother's house. It's such a wonderful thing. Lonnie has a mother who took her in like that. Lonnie's homeless. No, she's not. No, she's not. You know who was homeless? I don't know if he still is. God, I can't remember his name. Him and Cornbread, the real Cornbread, were going at it for a while. I think Shabazz Ali was going at this guy for a while too, and then said something about, well, I found out he was homeless and I can't go at him again, something like that. I don't remember his name. But that's homeless. When you're living in a shelter, Lonnie's not homeless. But this woman goes bitching that she's homeless. It's a blessing Lonnie has her mother like that. And Arabia Barbosa needs to really think back. She was homeless at one time, and the welfare system got her places to live. So, everybody is in need sometimes. Sometimes is all the time. Don't go bitching about someone like that. Lonnie, like Arabia Barbosa, is working. I think Lonnie works 2 jobs and then she has her body butters on the side. Lonnie isn't just lazing around, and I'm not saying Arabia Barbosa is. Some of the jobs I've heard her talk about, construction sites, those are hard. Even on men, they're hard. Those are temp jobs. You're complaining about Lonnie, but you work at a temp agency. Why not have a regular job? People could say that too. No, 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 no. Arabia works. Lonnie works. Barbie Girl Tina works. Miss 504 works. Regina works online, but she also fucks with people when she does that. But still, why are you putting someone down because they're living with their mother? That's not homeless. Lonnie drinks a lot, yes. Lonnie's 40 something years old. If something happens to her because of her drinking, that would be a tragedy. Lonnie is such a nice lady. I think she is. She's a nice lady. She's funny. She's very, I don't know what the word is, but if you talk to her, she's very, I mean, if you talk to her right, not trying to porn bomb her or nothing, she's very open and welcoming. After all she's been through to still have that, that's a wow, and not a wow like, oh, wow. No, it's a good thing. I don't see Lonnie constantly in pain. But Arabia Barbosa was constantly in pain, and I think she still is. That's a tragedy. Yeah. Me and Arabia had our back and forth, whatever. I offered an olive brand. She turned around and tried ordering me with shit and telling me, stay in my lane. No, stay in your lane. Everybody stay in your lane. Stay in your place. Everybody. Does anybody listen? No. So, but yeah, she has a job. More than one job. She has a side hustle. She's getting into more things. Oh, and Lonnie, guess what? When I send you your Christmas gifts, I'm going to actually call up the post office to see if it's legal that I do this. I make body sprays now. I'm not selling them, but I want to send you some and get your opinion on it. You know, I looked up on YouTube and it said something about you're supposed to use. Do I have the bottle here to say it? Oh, they fucking stickers coming off. It's some the propyl alcohol, which is supposed to be the base for it. I don't like it. But I found another video that said use witch hazel. Now, witch hazel I've seen ever since I was a kid. It's good for the skin. So I want to send you some body sprays and just get your opinion on it. No, I'm not selling it, people. I'm never selling it. Like my crocheting, I still crochet and I think I'm getting pretty damn good at it, but I don't want to sell it. People sell their wares, go ahead. I don't want to do that. I just want to make things for people, and I do want their opinions on it, but I don't want to get paid. Yeah, my Cash App is across the screen. That's if people feel like it. You don't have to. You don't have to hit the like. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to this. You don't have to that. It would be greatly appreciated, but it's not. So, Lonnie, I really want to send you some. And I am honestly jealous of the Christmas one of the Christmas gifts I got Lonnie. Oh my god. I think it's beautifully done. It's beautiful. And I'm not going to say what it is, but what it is, Lonnie is, I'm not, and they don't have what I am. And Lonnie, once you get your Christmas gifts, you may understand that if you ever hear this video. It's what you are, and I'm not. And before people start, no, it's not her being a hooah or a drunk or anything like that. No. It's something she is, and it's a good thing. She talks about it a lot. I'm just not it, and they didn't have one for me. But yeah, I'm jealous of Lonnie's Christmas gift. And I'm so happy, Lonnie, you liked your purse. When I saw it, it reminded me of like the 80s and the 90s and clubbing. And I could so picture you in a club, a nice club, not a nasty fucking club, but a nice club, dancing, the lights, you having a couple of drinks, not getting so bad that someone can hurt you. No, no, I don't wish that on you. But just dancing, having fun. Though I have so many light things in here that change. I have a Madonna light, the Virgin Mary. I have Christmas lights, other lights. I have a light that kind of resemble what it does. It's like a disco ball, but it's not in the shape of a disco ball. It's in the shape of a pillar candle. But at nighttime, I love lights being around. And that's what I mean by a club. I can so see Lonnie going to one with all the lights, looking beautiful, and her dancing, having fun, listening to music, smiling, just be happy. And there's the purse that perfectly fits that, perfectly fits her. I thought it was so cute. Yeah, so this channel is going to be my opinion on things. May or may not get me into trouble, like that hasn't happened before. But I have another channel that, like I said, I just want for fun stuff. You know, even if it's fun little videos. There's these two dogs on YouTube I love. One is named Knox, one is named Bear. And their dad is so funny. You know, I want to do things like that. I want a channel that's just fun. The best video I ever did, numbers wise, because people like to talk about numbers, I had over 1,000 views. And it wasn't about this YouTube bullshit, the beefs, the whatever. It was about Lyle the crocodile. I saw that and I was like, oh, so many people liked it. And it was a fun movie. It was not one that I want to watch all the time, but it was fun. And that's what I want. Eventually, I would like to go live again. Eventually, I'm taking this shit slow. Slow. I want to put up trailer reactions. And yeah, I've let my Rumble go to shit, but I want to get into full movie reactions again. And I would like to do lives again where it's requesting music or trailers and people are just having fun. No bullshit, no nothing, but that's not now. That's not now. So yeah, I will be doing more videos, but I like I said, I do want to take it slow. You know, my Rumble for me became a thing of like it's a chore. And if something's a chore, you don't want to do it. My YouTube channel back then became a thing for fighting. I will still be giving my opinion, but I'm not fighting anyone. Yeah, I can defend myself, but I'm so not cut out for this. There was one time Barbie girl Tina laughed about something in a chat. And even back then, I thought, well, she could be laughing at this, but because of what was going on, I said something in a video, she was laughing at me, and she wasn't. And I'm still sorry for that. I don't want to be to that point again with anyone or anything in my life. I was away from this shit for a while, even though I was watching it, and I feel so much better. I feel better. And like everyone else, I am entitled to my opinion on things. I just feel better. And yes, I am on my pills again. I remember going on Brown Skin Lady's panel once, saying something about I want to stay away from people because I'm not on the Prozac. There are people that do need medical assistance with shit. I am one of those people. I don't like the way I feel. I don't like the way I think. I don't like the way I react when I'm not on Prozac. And it is Prozac. It's not risperidone. It's not antipsychotics. I'm not psychotic. But yeah, I feel so much better. And speaking of brown skin lady, I know I said this in a chat once, but congratulations, brown skin lady, and congratulations, Frank Nitti. I don't really know anything about Frank Nitti. The first time I ever heard of him was hearing that they were engaged. So, congratulations to the both of them. You know, it's very bad on YouTube. Hello. I got a baby. Yeah, my cat's here. I love you, Prue. Um, it's so hard in this world to find happiness. And they found it with each other. It's a good thing. I hope nothing fucks up. You know. But congratulations to the both of you. Okay, I've been talking for an hour and a half. Like I said, I'll wind up doing more if I feel like it. If I don't, I don't. But yeah. Okay. Bye.